Hi friends, welcome to Solidworks with Dell. Today we'll be designing a tree bookshelf. Note all dimensions are in inches. Material is 3/4 inch thick wood, walnut. Bookshelf designed in form of a tree. Wall spacer is for anti-tipping safety to be screwed into wall if needed. 1/8 diameter holes are pre-drilled screw holes. Okay, starting at the top view, the bottom panel is 24 inches wide by 12 inches deep. Okay. Now going to the front view, the overall height of the tree bookshelf is 54.665 inches, a little under 54 3/4 of an inch. Okay. The back upright is 9 inches wide by 50.250, 50 1/4 inches high. Okay. And it's positioned in the middle horizontally as shown in the top view of the bottom panel. Now looking at the right view at the bottom here, the upright is sitting 1 inch in from the back edge. Okay. Now going to the front view, the shelves are 14.5 inches long by 9 inches wide, and it's positioned 14.5 inches from the bottom right edge of the panel to the bottom corner of the first shelf, and then 9.5 inches from the left edge to the bottom corner. Okay, so that's the first shelf. The second shelf sits in the center of the first shelf at 90 degrees, and that's 7 1/4 inches from the bottom left edge to the center. That's 7 1/4 inches. Okay, and this pattern is repeated upwards at 10.783 inches. Okay, now looking at the top, the right view at the top here, there's the anti-tipping block, 1 inch thick by 2 inches by 9 inches wide, and it's sitting 3 inches down from the top edge of the back upright to the top edge of the block. Okay, so let's get started and design this tree bookshelf. File, new, part, okay. Save drawing as tree bookshelf. I'm going to go to display, apply scene, plain white, systems option, document properties tab, units, we're drawing in inches, 3 decimal places for dimensioning, okay. Tools, sketch settings, automatic relations is turned on. Starting at the top plane, sketch a corner rectangle. Okay. Dimension 24 inches. $12 inches. Okay. Cancel smart dimension. I'm gonna find the midpoint of this line right there with that blue dot. Alright. Select it, hold shift, select the origin, make coincident. Okay, our drawing is fully defined, now I'm gonna extrude it. Features, extruded boss base, arrows going up, I want it to reverse, direction 1 blind down. Distance, okay, is the depth is 7.750, 3/4 of an inch. Okay, the thickness of the material. Okay, now I'm going to sketch on this face. Sketch. Okay, sketch a corner rectangle. Smart dimension. 3/4 of an inch, 0.750. Mention that, 9 inches. Okay, escape to cancel the command. I'm going to select the one more dimension. From that back edge to that line, 1 inch. Okay, escape to cancel smart dimension. Now I'm going to select the midpoint of this line. Hold shift, select the origin again, and make vertical relation. Okay, drawing is fully defined, features, extruded boss, base, unselect merge result, we want it as separate bodies. Going into drawing, the upright back is 50.250, 50 and a quarter of an inch. Okay. Okay. 2 separate bodies, 2 solid bodies. Okay. Now we're going to sketch on this face. Okay, select it. I'm going to choose 3 points corner rectangle. From that line right there, up and over. Okay. Escape to cancel the rectangle. Smart dimension, that corner, that edge, 14.5 inches. Okay. Fourteen and a half inches. Three-quarters of an inch. 0.750. Angular dimension, from that line to that line, 45 degrees. Okay. Cancel smart dimension. Draw another 3-point corner rectangle. I'm going to draw it here. Smart dimension. Again, same thing, 14.5 inch. 3/4 of an inch. 0.750. Okay. Cancel smart dimension. I'm going to apply relation. I'm going to select the midpoint of that bottom line here. Hold shift, select the midpoint of this line. Make coincident relation. Okay. Smart dimension again. That line to that line, 90 degrees. Okay, the drawing is fully defined. Okay, cancel smart dimension. Now we're gonna select those 2 rectangles. Okay, and linear sketch pattern. X-axis, we're gonna choose this edge. Number, the distance according to drawing, 10.783 inch. And we want 5 instances. All right, it's going down, so I'm gonna go and reverse the arrow here at the top. Edge 1, it's going up now. Okay, we got that, everything looks good. Okay, we got one extra contour here. I'm gonna delete it, window select it. Okay, delete. Okay, so we got 5 shells on the right and 4 on the left. Okay, so we're going to go to features now. Extruded boss base. Unselect merge result. 9 inches wide. Okay. Blind, 9 inches wide. Selected contour. Okay. I'm going to select, okay, highlight in orange, that contour right there. I'm going to grab the line on the outside. Okay, if you grab it inside, it's going to do that. Okay. All right, we got 5 shells, okay? Now we have 7 solid bodies. Likewise, we're going to go, okay, that arrow right there, boss extrude 3, select sketch, highlight it, extruded boss base, unselect merge result, 9 inch, blind, 9 inch, that's correct. Selected contour, I'm going to select this line, okay, contour. I'm going to tilt it a bit, rotate the part, it's easy to select, that one, and that contour. Okay, we got our other 4 shelf. Okay, so we should have 11 bodies, which we do. Okay, diametric view. Now I'm gonna go and sketch the anti-tipping block at the back. I'm gonna select that face, sketch a corner rectangle. From that line to that line, or that edge to that edge. Smart dimension, according to the drawing, from the top to the block is 3 inches. Okay. The block is 2 inches wide. Okay. I'm gonna cancel smart dimension. Draw a center line. Oh, I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna extrude this. Extruded boss base. Okay. 1 inch. Unselect merge result. 1 inch for a separate solid body. All right. Okay, so we should have 12. Okay. I'm gonna sketch on this face of the block. All right. Center line. Horizontally. All right. Draw a circle on the center line. Draw another circle. Smart dimension. 1.5 inch. Okay, dimension from that center of that circle to the center of that circle is 6 inches. Okay. Diameter of the hole is 0.125, 1/8 of an inch. Okay. Cancel smart dimension. Select the circle. Hold shift, select this circle. Make relations equal. Okay. Now I'm going to do extruded cut. Extruded cut. So going through the blocks 1 inch, and then going through the material is 3/4 of an inch. So that's 1 plus 0.750 is 1 3/4 of an inch. Okay, blind. Direction 1 is blind. Okay, and that should get us through both materials. Okay, and I'm going to rotate this to show that. Okay, through the block and through the back. Okay. Now I'm gonna sketch the holes at the bottom, sketch on that bottom face, sketch. Now I'm gonna go to here, display style, drop down, I'm gonna select hidden lines visible. Okay, so we can see the upright back. All right, so I'm gonna sketch a center line on the bottom of the back upright. Okay, right there. Draw two holes, two circles. Okay, dimension it again. According to drawings, from that edge to that edge is 9 inches. From center to center of the holes, 6 inches. Okay, the diameter of the hole is 0.125, 1/8 of an inch. Okay, cancel smart dimension. Select the circle, hold shift again. Select this circle, make relations equal. Okay, now we're gonna do extruded cut features, extruded cut. Okay, and I want it to go 2 inches. So through the bottom panel, which is 3/4, and then and also a quarter of an inch, 1 1/4 of an inch into the upright. Okay, so 2 inches. Okay, so looking at it from the back view, okay, 2 inches from the bottom. Okay, diametric view. Shaded with edges. Okay, so now I'm going to sketch on this, the face of this panel right here, this shelf. Okay, sketch. Display style, hidden lines visible. Okay, center line again. There to there horizontally. Draw two circles. Smart dimension. That edge to the center of the hole, 1.5 inch. That's the edge of the shelf. Okay. Center to center, 6 inches. Okay. Dimension of the hole, 1/8 of an inch. Okay, press escape to cancel the command. Alright, and we're gonna select that circle, hold shift, select this one, make equal relation. Okay. We're gonna do features, extruded cut. Okay, 1.5 inch. Okay, looking at from the front view, through the material into the other shelf. Okay. Alright. Shaded with edges, display style. I'm gonna select this face and sketch likewise, same idea, okay, for these holes. Display style, hidden lines visible, center line, horizontally. Draw two circles. Okay. 1.5 inches. 6 inches. Okay, just gonna show that this is in the center. Okay, okay, 3/8 of an inch. Our shelf thickness is 3/4, so that's half, so it's in the center. That's what the center line is for. I'm gonna dimension this hole, 0.125, 1/8 of an inch. These are pre-drilled holes for screws. Okay. Then I'm gonna deselect smart dimension to cancel it. Hold shift key, select the circle, hold shift key, make equal relations again. Features, extruded cut, okay. 1.5 inch direction from blind, okay. Alright, front view, 1.5 inches, okay. So now we got those holes drilled. I'm going to do a linear pattern here. Direction. This edge is showing up, that's the direction I want. Distance 10.783 according to the drawing. Okay, and I want 4. Okay, so it stops here. Okay, I'm gonna turn on shader with edges. So we got, okay. Okay, features and faces. It already chose it for us, extruded 4, but we also want the other one too. So we want 3. Okay, so now it looks, we got it 4 here and 4 here. Okay, everything is good. Extrude, and just to show you, okay. Okay, so we're gonna sketch on this back of the upright. Sketch, again, display style, show hidden lines visible, center line, from that midpoint of that to that midpoint. Again, another center line, midpoint of that line to midpoint of that line. Okay. Draw a circle here, here, on the center line. Okay. Smart dimension. Center of the circle to that line, 1.5 inches. Center of that circle to the center of that circle, 7 inches. Okay, from that line to that center of that circle, 1.5 inches. Center of that circle, center of that circle, 7 inches. Okay. Dimension the circle, 0.125, 1/8 of an inch. Alright, press escape to cancel the command. I'm going to select the circle. Hold shift, select the other 3 circles. Make equal relations. Okay. And before I extrude, I'm going to linear sketch pattern this. Okay, so I'm going to select the holes, window select the 4 holes. Okay. Linear sketch pattern, X direction is going up. I want it to go that way. The distance is 10.783. Okay. Dimension X spacing. Okay. How many instances? 5. Okay. It's showing it's going down. I want it to reverse. Edge 1. Reverse going up. The arrow should go up. Okay. Okay. Display instance count. Fix X direction. Okay. All right. That's okay. So I got my holes. I got one extra step again that I don't want. I'm going to delete it. Now I'm going to go to features, extruded cut. Okay, and 1.5 inch from blind direction. Okay, I'm going to show this in the front face, the right side. Okay, through the back into the back of the shelves. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna show hidden lines visible. So we got holes where we want them. These are pre-drilled holes for screws. Okay. Diametric view. Shade with edges. Okay, so I'm gonna apply material to this, alright. So I'm gonna go to appearance, drop down, organic folder, and the general folder. I'm gonna select polish walnut 2D. Double click it, okay. I'm gonna turn on view graphics. Alright, so looking at it from the top view, front view, the right side view, and then diametric view. Remember to save your drawing. Okay, so we've designed the tree bookshelf. I hope you like it. If so, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.